Arnold Schwarzenegger was of course one of the biggest action stars of the 80s and 90s, if not the biggest. And in 1991 he reprised his iconic role in Terminator 2: Judgment Day, which became one of the most successful films of the decade, as well as a beloved classic that has largely been considered to be one of the greatest sequels of all time. So there was a lot of expectations when it came to his next big film, and that film was Last Action Hero, a meta-like parody of stereotypical action movies of the time, made very much in the same vein as Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but for the action genre. Greetings all you movie junkies and entertainment lovers, and welcome to another review. Today we're going to be talking about Last Action Hero. The film follows Danny Madigan, who lives in a crime-ridden area of New York City with his widowed mother. Following his father's death, Danny takes comfort in going to see action movies in a condemned movie theater, where the owner, Nick, gives Danny a golden ticket that was once owned by Harry Houdini, and invites him to see an early secret screening of Jack Slater 4, the fourth entry in Danny's favorite action franchise starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. However, during the screening, the ticket stub transports Danny into the fictional world of the film, interrupting Slater during a high-speed car chase. Slater then takes Danny to the LAPD headquarters, where Danny tries to point out evidence that Slater's world is nothing but fiction. And although Jack dismisses this as Danny's imagination, Jack's supervisor assigns Danny as his new partner as they investigate criminal activities related to a mafia boss. But when his main henchman, Mr. Benedict, played by Charles Dance, discovers Danny's ticket stub, he uses it to get into the real world, with Danny and Slater pursuing him, as Slater tries to reckon with the fact that his life is just a movie. And along the way, we get a slew of celebrity cameos including Tina Turner, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chevy Chase, Sharon Stone, and Robert Patrick.
You know, you're the best celebrity lookalike I've ever seen.
Released in 1993, just 2 weeks after the release of Jurassic Park, Last Action Hero unfortunately didn't stand a chance against the photorealistic dinosaurs of Steven Spielberg's classic film, which Arnold's last film, Terminator 2, ironically helped pave the way for the film's groundbreaking visual effects that propelled it to massive success, causing the film to become a financial failure. But it was also met with a critical reaction at the same time, because although Arnold had already proven his comedic skills with films like Twins and Kindergarten Cop, Last Action Hero was more of a blend between the two genres, causing confusion as to which it was supposed to be, in addition to the film's somewhat revolutionary meta sense of humor and commentary on action films of the time, which also went over the heads of most audiences and critics. But fortunately, over time, Last Action Hero has gained a large cult following, almost to the point where you wouldn't know it was not a success upon its initial release. For me, watching Last Action Hero growing up, I always loved it, and it was because it was such an interesting and unique sort of take on action movies, and I always kind of saw it as Arnold essentially kind of making fun of both himself as well as, you know, the typical action movie stars of the time like Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme and all these other action stars.
I'll be back. Ha! You did not gonna say that, did you?
That's what you always say.
I do?
Everybody keeps waiting for you to work it in. It's kind of like your calling card.
And I also honestly always saw myself kind of relating a lot to the character of Danny, because, I mean, for me, as myself, I've always found, you know, comfort in movies because it is an escape from your troubles in real life. So this idea of getting to be transported into the movie of one of your favorite action heroes is a great concept, which is why me and so many other people grew up loving this movie.
No, it isn't possible.
What's not possible? He's fantastic. This is his best performance ever.
But that was you. You were in that movie.
And it is genuinely, you know, really interesting concept of then in the second half of the film going from, you know, the movie reality to then Jack Slater going into the real reality, and suddenly all these things that, you know, he didn't have to worry about in the movie reality are now a problem in the real reality, and I thought they did a really good job of balancing that out. And despite how ridiculous and silly this movie is, it is one that actually has a lot of genuine heart to it as well. It just sort of has that classical, old school, magical movie feel to it, which is great. In addition to all of this cheesy stuff about it, which works so well, and it is a legitimately great movie. Proven to have been way ahead of its time, especially with its meta-comedy on various movie cliches, and has largely been considered to be one of Arnold's most underrated movies, and is yet another film that proves that the real test of a good movie is time itself. It may not be Arnold Schwarzenegger's best film, but it has certainly been underrated. Thanks for watching this review. Be sure to subscribe for more videos, and until next time, be sure to consume as much entertainment as humanly possible, and I'll see you in the next video.